If the power grid disappeared tonight, could you make clean water, keep food safe, stay warm, treat an injury, and figure out what to do next without your phone telling you everything? And this is what off grid survival really comes down to. It's not about owning the coolest gear or pretending you live in a bunker. It's about having practical skills that still work when electricity, internet, stores, and normal services they just stop working. And the first skill is that everyone should know is how to secure safe drinking water. You can go weeks without food, but only a few days without water, and contaminated water can make a bad situation much worse. Learn how to identify safer drinking sources, filter out dirt and debris, and disinfect water by boiling it. A rolling boil for at least 1 minute is a simple standard in most situations, though higher elevations may require longer. You should also understand that clear water is not automatically safe water. Streams, ponds, and rain catchment systems can still contain bacteria, parasites, chemicals, or animal waste. A good off grid plan should include stored water, a reliable filter, containers, and at least one backup purification method. The second major skill is fire making. Fire gives you heat, light, and a way to cook, a way to boil, and a way to signal for help. Everyone should know how to build a fire without relying on a lighter fluid. And start by learning the basic fire triangle: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Use dry tinder first, then small kindling, and then larger fuel. Carrying matches. I can't even talk today. Carrying matches and lighters, but also learn to use a ferro rod or other backup methods. Starting a fire while cold, wet, scared, and hungry is much harder than doing it in your backyard. And the third skill is shelter. Exposure can become dangerous fast, especially in cold, wet, or windy weather. An emergency shelter does not have to be fancy. It simply needs to protect you from the rain, the wind, the cold ground, and excessive sun. Learn how to use a tarp, cordage, branches, or even your vehicle to create protection. Insulation underneath you is just as important as protection above you. Because the ground can pull the heat from your body, food is another major part of off grid survival, but the most important food skill is not hunting. It's imagining what you already have. Learn how to store shelf stable foods. Rotate them. Cook simple meals and with minimal fuel and avoid wasting water during preparation. Rice, oats, beans, canned foods, peanut butter, pastas, powdered foods, and dehydrated meals can all be useful, but only if you know how to prepare them with the resources available. You should also understand basic food safety. If refrigeration fails, some foods become unsafe quickly. And knowing what can be eaten first, what can be cooked, and what must be thrown away can prevent serious illness. Another skill is people overlook is sanitation. When plumbing stops working, human waste becomes a problem very quickly. You need a plan for your toilets, your hand washing, your trash, and cleaning. The basic emergency toilet can be made with a bucket and heavy trash bags and absorbent material, but it has to be used and disposed of safely. And keeping hands clean is one of the best ways to prevent sickness in an emergency. First aid is another skill everyone should have, too. You do not need to become a doctor, but you should know how to control bleeding, clean and cover wounds, recognize signs of shock, handle burns, and support sprains. And know when a situation is beyond your ability. A first aid kit is only useful if you know what is inside of it and how to use it. Take a basic first aid and CPR class if you can. And in a serious off grid situation, professional help may be delayed, so the first few minutes can matter. Navigation is another important survival skill. GPS is convenient, but batteries die and devices break. Learn how to read a paper map and use a compass and understand basic directions, finding landmarks, terrain, and how to avoid wandering when lost. Communication also deserves attention. Battery powered radios, weather radios, handheld radios were legal, and backup charging options can keep you informed. You should also know how to manage power if you are using solar, batteries, or a generator, and understand how much energy your devices actually use. The refrigerator, a space heater, a water pump, an electric stove can drain batteries for faster than phones, and LED lights. Learn the difference between watts and watt hours. Know the capacity of your battery bank and prioritize essential loads. The generators should never be operated inside a house, garage, tent, or enclosed space because carbon monoxide can kill quickly. Another overlooked skill is basic repair. Learn how to patch a leaking hose, replace a fuse, tighten loose hardware, fix a broken strap, and sharpen a blade. repair clothing and improvise what you have. Duct tape, zip ties, cordage, wire, basic hand tools, and spare fasteners and patch materials can solve a surprising number amount of problems. You know, Sorry, I've had a cold today. Off grid survival also means understanding your environment. Learn what weather patterns are common where you live, too. Like which local plants are dangerous, what animals are present, where flooding happens, and what seasonal risk exists. Do not assume that watching a few videos about edible plants makes foraging safe. Misidentifying one plant or mushroom can be deadly. Unless you have real training, stored food is much safer survival strategy than guessing. Then security is another part of preparedness, but it starts with awareness, not confrontation. Keep your location organized, maintained, and lighting whenever possible. And secure tools and supplies and avoid advertising what you have. Because in stressful situations, corporations with trustworthy neighbors can become more valuable than isolation. Physical fitness matters too. Carrying water, cutting wood, moving supplies, walking long distances, and working in the heat or cold can exhaust you quickly. Mental resilience may be the most important skill of all. So that emergencies create confusion, fear, frustration, and bad decisions. Build routines, make checklists, and assign jobs. Rest when possible and focus on the next problem you can actually solve. Panic burns energy and creates mistakes. Preparation creates options. Then finally, practice these skills before you need them. Spend a day using only stored water. Cook a meal without grid power and set up a tarp shelter using your backup lighting. Test your solar setup. Shut off the main breaker for a few hours. ah, man. Man, I've been struggling today, as you can tell. And see what suddenly becomes difficult. Every problem you discover during practice is one less surprise during a real emergency. And off-grid survival is not about expecting the end of the world. It's about becoming less dependent on the perfect conditions. And if you can make water safe, create shelter, control fire, manage food, handle basic injuries, stay sanitary, navigate, communicate, conserve energy, and repair problems and stay calm, you are already far more prepared than most people. The goal is not to know everything. The goal is to know enough useful things that when normal systems fail, you still have a plan. Thanks for watching today, and thanks for bearing with me on my cold today. It's not been a good day for me, but I'm trying. Please subscribe if you found value to this video. If you haven't known anything about the YouTube partnership program coming up in February, we are absolutely doomed. So, if you would, subscribe. Sorry about my cold. Bye-bye.